Loud.
Cold out here.
Okay, it does not say that we are recording.
It shows the recording on my end.
All right, well then we're gonna do it. Talk to me, Cleveland. Welcome to Chill Talk. Yeah, I see the record button. I see the record signal. Talk to me, Cleveland. You know who this is. This is your brother Kevin Chill Hurd. Welcome to Chill Talk. We are joined by the super producer on the move, Felicia Haney. What's going on, Haney?
Hey, hey, hey. How's
Okay,
everybody?
so you're in the car and you're going to coming from. What's going on?
I am coming from a new gym that is opening on Larchmere called the Hit Factory. And it is in conjunction with Milwaukee First. So it'll be a gym as well as have the Milwaukee Burst, all the good stuff that you get there, the smoothies and juices and what have you, will be inside. So pretty cool. It's a huge, huge space. They got, cycling and then aerobic classes. They have pole fitness
Oh shoot!
downstairs. I actually saw Councilman Blaine Griffin
On
down
the
there.
on the pole.
He went on a pole. He did come down to the pole fit. He was like, "Oh, y'all pole dancing down there?" Like, it's called pole fitness, councilman. But no, I he ain't get on the pole. At least not while I was down
Okay, we're
there.
gonna have to give my brother Blaine a call. That's my man. That's a good brother right there from the Councilman Blaine Griffin. That's my guy. Uh, so I started off when I first signed on. I told the people today was a good day to be on and to share the show because we have lots of things to give away. We've been promoting this giveaway since last week, and we're giving away a few things, but the highlight are tickets to the new film, soon to be released film, Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yes.
It's the story of Black Panther Party member, Chicago chairman Fred Hampton. I've seen the movie. Felicia's seen the movie. And for people in the chat right now, okay, I'm listening to Felicia. She's my grammar police because I want to keep saying lit. Let your
I let that one go a long time ago.
it's still on my mind. I'm working on that one. I'm still a work in progress. Let your people know that we are giving away tickets, not just in the greater Cleveland area, wherever you are at in the continental United States, maybe in Hawaii. So, because we know we have people in the in Atlanta, we have people in Cali, we have people all over in the D and yeah.
Actually, depending on where you are in Cali, I'm not sure if their theaters are open.
Oh, that may be true. So let's say this: anywhere where theaters are open and you can get a ticket from Fandango,
Yep.
you can get a ticket for this. And what Cheryl Clark says, she has to have them. I think Felicia's only giving them away if you have to know some trivia. Matter of fact, wasn't Cheryl Clark saying that she won the trivia contest the week that we weren't there?
I don't recall.
Okay, well, I think you have to answer some trivia questions before you can get these tickets. And she's also Felicia. Go ahead. What else? What else are we giving away?
Well, I would normally show you guys if I was not driving. I can as soon as I get stationary. But we are giving away some really cool Black Panther T-shirts, courtesy of Nice Co Printing. So definitely, you guys want to make sure you win some of those. Now, everyone who gets a ticket will not get a T-shirt, but some of you will have the pleasure of winning both. So make sure you're up on that trivia because you don't know what the daily double is that might win you not only tickets to check out the film, but also some cool T-shirts to rock while you are there. I'm gonna turn this off because I got the fuzz.
Okay, we
Hold
don't want to
on,
see an arrest happening.
y'all. Sure. Keep it live. That's all I gotta say. Keep this thing recording. If you see some red and blue lights flashing behind me,
Felicia,
especially we talking about the Panthers, they might have picked it up on the radio.
in the we're in the era of Wakanda. So when you say you're giving away Black Panther t-shirts, you might have to be a little specific. If we talking about the Black Panther Party,
The
not
Black Panther Party,
not the
not
Black Panther of
Chadwick Boseman. Rest in
Wakanda.
peace, Black Panther. Yeah. So we are giving away Black Panther Party as Chill mentioned. So, but if you check out anybody following me on Facebook and Instagram, I did just post a picture about 20 minutes ago showing the T-shirt.
I
So
saw that. That was nice.
you can take a look at the shirt, press like while you're there, and yeah, we are definitely gonna choose some people to win that. So this is really like a cool collaboration. You know how this has all come together because the film was actually made here in Cleveland.
That's right.
It's not supposed to be. It's not set in Cleveland, but it was filmed here in Cleveland. So that is a really, really, really cool ode to our city. So big ups to that. And yeah, then we got a local company, Nice Call, coming through on the t-shirts. And shout out to Kim Moss PR that has helped us hook this whole thing up. And shout out to y'all for joining us here on Chill Talk to get the goodies.
Right. And big ups to my people in Chicago, because certainly this, although it was, as Felicia just said, that they filmed this in Cleveland, but certainly the setting is Chicago during the rise of the Black Panther Party under the leadership of Chairman Fred Hampton. And if you guys remember, almost a year ago, almost exactly a year ago today, I was in, and I posted it, I was at the airport in Cleveland, headed to Los Angeles to hook up with Eddie Murphy. And I ran into Little Rail at the airport, took a picture and asked him what was he doing here in Cleveland. He said, "Hey, I'm here filming this Black Panther movie." So we end up running into Little Rail at the airport almost a year ago today. So,
Wow.
big ups to that brother. I peeped him. I saw him all pimped out in the movie. I don't want to give any spoilers, but also real quick before we really get the jump off what's going on for the show, the special Black Panther edition. Uh, uh, Everybody knows that Felicia and I are members of the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists, and February 13th is upon us, and we are having a special
Valentine's Day Eve.
Pre-Valentine's Day Eve. Get your booth style together and go to Eventbrite and get that ticket for Love Letters, and the money will go to the GCLA-BJ, Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists, and it will go specifically to our 2025 convention that we will be hosting here in Cleveland. So go to Eventbrite and get a ticket, purchase a ticket, and support the Black journalists. Felicia and I, as well as Rhonda Crowder, are members, and as I've said a million times, it is my honor to serve currently as the president of the Greater Cleveland Association. So go to Eventbrite. Is it any special thing? Can they just go to Eventbrite, Felicia, and hit up Love Letters or GCLABJ?
I'm pretty sure you can. I think I may have purchased mine from a link that was on Facebook. I know you can search Love Letters on Facebook and do it that way. So all of you joining us here on Facebook, I'm sure you have access. So type in Love Letters, it should pop up. You can go there. Otherwise, yeah, it's through Eventbrite. So you can go on Eventbrite, search it, and it should come up as well. So if I'm feeling froggy tonight, which I may be, I don't know, I might give away a pass to watch it so that somebody can watch Love Letters this Valentine's Eve
Okay.
with us. I did do that. So if you were watching the show last week, we did something on the legendary Leo's Casino, which is, I mean, that ask somebody old school from Cleveland about Leo's Casino, and they'll tell you there's no other venue like it, or has been able to hold a match to Leo's. But we did a show last week with director Leah Lewis, who made the Leo's Legacy film, and then the screening for it was this past weekend, February 6th, and there was actually a talk back with that. And during the talk back, I gave away tickets to Love Letters. So I might do that again. I'm gonna see, because we're giving away some really good stuff today, but because I really want people to support Love Letters and get an opportunity to watch this, then I might also do that. And if you did not catch Leo's Legacy, it will be screening again this weekend. And you can go to gcuff.org to pick up your free pass for that. That is absolutely free. I think it's showing actually every weekend this month. So if you haven't already, please check that out.
So support Leo's Legacy. Get your ticket to Love Letters, unless you're the lucky one that Felicia hooks up with a ticket for that. And it is, and might I mention that this Pulitzer nominated play, this version that we're having here, is starring none other than Cleveland's own icon, Mr. Leon Bibb, who is also directing this play that he's starring in. And he's starring alongside our
also produced it and also co-wrote it, and also
he did not co-write it. It's A.R. Gurney, the award-winning Pulitzer Prize.
Pulled a Ray Jr. up in here.
But yeah, no, you do not want to miss Leon Bibb and our very own GCLABJ member, Miss Sandra Bishop, who is the treasurer of the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists. And Mr. Leon Bibb is our member at large. So we have two executive board members starring in this play. So please hit up Love Letters on Facebook, go to Eventbrite, go to the GCLABJ Facebook page, website, and please support the Black journalists in Cleveland. So no doubt. So today, when we're talking about this movie, we're talking about the movie itself, we're talking about the Black Panther Party. We have a few people, if I'm not mistaken, that were on set in Cleveland in the film. And I watched the film trying to see everybody, if I could see people that I knew. But we have a few people coming on to talk about their experience on the set. And for background and historical information about the actual Black Panther Party, we have our academic loaded up and ready. Dr. Lathartis Goggins III will be in the building to give us the really real rundown, the historically accurate information on the Black Panther Party. And Felicia, do you have to get out the car? What are you doing?
I do. I don't know. I could hang on until the first guest comes on.
Okay, we have Dr. Goggins. I'm about to let him in, and we have Sister Jillian Holt, who was on the set every day. So
all right,
we'll bring them
I'm gonna
in.
transition inside. If you want to get them on, chill, and I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. We have Dr. Lathartis Goggins. I think at this point, he is the Chilltalk resident academic historian. I believe. Are you willing to accept that title,
I don't know
brother?
about the historian part.
Well, you can go with the academic.
I go to academic, but
You're a Chill Talk academic.
I don't want to offend any real historians out there, man.
Hey, will you do until a better one shows up? And I don't know if they even in sight. And I also like to welcome uh, Sister Jillian Holt. Let me let Stacy Malone in. How are you doing, Sister Jillian Holt? Okay, let's see. Your Sister Jillian needs to unmute.
Sorry. Hi.
Okay. How are you, Jillian Holt?
I am good. How are you?
I am good, and welcome to Chill Talk. And we have a person that I see in the building that is no stranger to Chill Talk.
I was trying to be. I was trying to be today.
She has been a guest several times on Chill Talk. She has been a co-host on Chill Talk, filmmaker, actress, producer, extraordinaire.
You don't have all night, chill.
The genius, Stacy Malone. What's going on, Stacy?
Hey. How is everyone? Glad to be back at Chill Talk.
So
Hey,
Felicia,
Jillian, girl.
Felicia
I hear you all the time on Clubhouse, and I get to see your face.
Felicia, our super producer, is making the transition from her car to her house. So just as I let you guys on, she was jumping out of her car, jumping out the whip, and jumping off into the house. So she will be back. Join us in a second. So real quick, for the people who don't know you, we're going to ask you to quickly introduce yourselves, give us a little bit of information about yourselves, and we'll start with the newcomer to the show, Sister Jillian Holt. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi. Okay. I am Jillian Holt. I'm a resident of Cleveland, Ohio. I am a filmmaker. I'm a producer. I'm a writer. I'm a professor. I teach screenwriting and pre-production and a couple of other courses that deal with film and digital media. Let's see. I also
Where
work
can we get these classes, sister, where you teach?
at Cuyahoga Community College, the Metro campus, and the Western campus.
Mm-hmm. And we actually, for our organization, Women in Film and Television, Ohio, Jillian is giving a 2-hour crash course on screenwriting, the beginning. For beginners, it's going to be next Wednesday or Thursday, the 17th. And it's going to be free from 6:30 to 8:30, or is it 7:30? I had the whole thing on down. I had the whole thing down. I think it's 7:30, right? And it's we're going to be doing it with Women in Film Louisiana. So she is going to be teaching this class. It's free. You guys follow me on Instagram, follow Women in Film, and you guys can get on this free class. We only have like 20 seats left, and we had 125. So it's already been filled up. We had to add 25 more. So get at me.
Okay, well, speaking of getting at you, you might as well go ahead and introduce yourself. Not that all of the Chill Talk viewers don't know you, but we may have some new viewers who I don't know who doesn't know the genius Stacy Malone, but introduce yourself to the family.
Oh, I don't think Jillian was done, but
oh, okay. Oh no, you know what? Because you jumped in there. Go ahead, Jillian, finish up.
Go because you asked about where you can find her screenwriting class. So I'm just letting people know where they can find the screenwriting. We are still on Jillian. I'm not gonna take her time. Please, Queen.
Okay, well, I'll just mention one more thing that I think that's the reason why I'm on this show is because I work in casting. I work for Lillian Powell's casting agency for the Queen herself, Lillian.
We love Lillian Powell's.
Yes, and I have been working for her for a couple of years now. I do a little independent casting on the side with local independent projects, but whenever there is a big Hollywood major motion picture in town and Lillian gets it, I am her assistant. I'm there to help her and to cast as many people as we need. And it is a process and a sometimes 16-hour day job.
All right, and you know we love Lillian Piles for our OG. First of all, Felicia, I hope you know that you're sideways up on this piece. But for our longtime Chill Talk viewers, Sister Lillian Piles was on one of our original Chill Talk shows. We did a show on location, and one of the probably within the first month or so of doing Chill Talk, Lillian Piles was on our show. We know her, we love her, and we appreciate her. All right, the genius, Stacy Malone, talk to me.
Oh my God. Okay. First of all, I have been explaining myself for weeks now because I've been on Clubhouse. And if you guys don't know what Clubhouse is, you go in there and you have to explain. So I have been giving the spiel, so I'm exhausted. But I will say it again. I'm Stacy Malone. I am a filmmaker and a writer, producer, actress. You're all around Girl Friday on that film set. I love filmmaking, all process of it. Do a little bit of editing too. I am the president and founder of Women in Film and Television Ohio. We are a nonprofit organization that specifies in helping with the advancement and education of women in film and television. So we actually have a few different programs like the writing course. We had a screenwriting and short film contest, a showcase. So we just do a lot of different things around to bring more education to women around Ohio. So that's with that. Also my own production company. I'm working on a couple other things, like we're working on a hip hop doc, aren't we?
That's right.
Yes,
I am glad to serve as associate producer, but
yes.
we are all working under the leadership on this one of Stacy Malone, Cleveland's hip hop documentary. Do you guys have a working title for this yet?
That is the working title. That is the working.
Is the Cleveland hip hop documentary? That's the working title.
Something like real, just Cleveland phrase to really have it, because I want to be like something, the Cleveland hip hop or the history of Cleveland hip hop. But I know there's some Cleveland phrase that we do. It's coming. It's organic. I'm being organic with it. So we're gonna.
Okay. And I just sat in an interview you guys did the other day, which was special to me, but it was special.
It was special.
They interviewed my former manager, Amos Red, Uncle Red Turner. So Stacy had never met Red Turner. Felicia, Stacy interviewed Red last week.
That's right.
Okay, Felicia's still on mute.
And then one more thing I'm doing, March 13th, I will be directing The Wiz on Clubhouse. So that's just a little, it's going to be amazing. I got two amazing women, Talia Moore and Sharita Carthon, who are actually from Cleveland. They're twins and they do theater, and Sharita's an amazing publicist, and so she is in charge of that, and they are doing that, and it's actually doing pretty good. They've done The Lion King. It's a whole new genre to be able to do, theater, live action. Theater.
Okay, all right, and we will finally, Dr. Goggins, our resident academic, our resident Chill Talk academic, Dr. Goggins, could you please introduce yourself once again to the Chill Talk audience?
Sure. Good evening, or whoever it is, but my name is Lathardus Goggins II. I am the owner of Applied Academic Solutions and a publisher at St. Rest Publications. I do work around identity development and social emotional learning. I'm an author of a few books, most particularly Bringing the Light into a New Day, African-Centered Rites of Passage, 365 Black, A Nugget of Wisdom for Each Day of the Year, and African-Centered Rites of Passage in Education, which actually, if I got my thing right here, 25 years ago, and I'll be coming out with a 25-year edition of it with reflections and learnings over the last 25 years as a part of my company, St. Rest Publications. I can be reached at successfulacademics.com. Throw that in there real quick. And I'm, as always, just happy and honored to be a part of this. And for whatever reason, my Zoom, every once in a while, just the camera jumps out, but I'll do my best to keep it up and running.
All right, my brother. All right, Haney, we're gonna get into this. I don't know if we want to start finding out about what happened on the set first. You want to give parameters of when you're gonna give some tickets away. We're gonna do some trivia. Okay, are we doing Black Panther specific? Again, I'll say Black Panther Party, not Wakanda. But are we doing Black Panther Party specific trivia, or Black History Month trivia, or just general pop culture trivia? How's this working, Felicia? Okay, did we? Oh, she's on mute. You're on mute, B. Okay, let's see if we can get her unmuted.
I don't know.
Okay, there you go.
On mute because I didn't put it on mute. I've said it's Black History Month trivia, but it's a lot of Black Panther trivia. So
it would behoove the people
that explains it.
To hurry up and get their Black Panther Party and Black History Month trivia information together to win these things.
Get your Google ready.
Hey,
say however you can make it happen.
Fingers together.
How bad you want it? How bad you want it?
Okay, well let's start with Stacy. We saw you on the trailer before I even got a chance to see the movie. You were on the trailer with a fro. You look like a for real 70s, early 70s soul sister for the land.
Yeah, that was not a wig. That was my hair.
Was it?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that was mine. I just pooped
okay, tell me about being on the set. What'd you see? How'd you get there?
Well, first of all, I reached out to Jillian. I was like, I need to get on. Get me on that set. And
you had to hook up.
Like, well, go ahead and let Lillian know. So I sent Lillian something and got back with me, and I got to be in 2 scenes. And the first day it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. That we were almost downtown, like Midtown, I guess. And it was 6 o'clock in the morning down at the old, what was it, the Agora Theater? Is that where we were at?
On 55th?
Yeah, so we're at the Agora Theater. That's where our kind of holding area was. And it was just great. I mean, just to see all those big, that was the first time I've been on a big set here in Cleveland. I've been on other sets, so it was great to see my city with the big lights and all the big trucks and everything. And there were so many people. Just the way they had everything organized was phenomenal. They had us sectioned off because we were there for the big church scene. So there was a massive amount of people, and they're from different, who are playing like all the different groups that were there. And then there's just regular Black people there, and my dad was there, so that was kind of fun too. I got to do that with him, and but yeah, it was a long day. I will say that. It was so long that they had to have the lights to make it look like it was daylight, and it was night.
Okay, and I definitely saw the scene. Both scenes that you were in, because Felicia and I have had the chance to see the pre-screen the movie already. Oh, wow. But so did they tell you to come rocking your afro, or?
Oh yeah, that we actually we met with the wardrobe about maybe a week before. Or a few days before, we met with wardrobe, and they told us everything that we need to have. That was just the organization was amazing. Being an independent filmmaker, I ain't used to people helping. So it was great to see people doing their jobs. Oh, you mean that person just does that? That's the only thing they do? Oh, wow. That's awesome. So I was more so on the set looking at like, oh, I like that light. And I like that stuff. I was just picking out stuff. I feel like I was in a catalog. I was a filmmaker's catalog. And I was just like, okay, how much that light cost? Okay, I'm gonna write that down. So I was just really enjoying. I was taking stuff.
Okay, did you and really quick, did you get a chance to see any of the stars? Did you see our brother Lakeith Stansfield? Did you see my brother? Okay, I want to get his name.
Daniel, right?
What's that brother's last name? Kalua.
Go ahead.
Daniel Kalua. Is that it? Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was we were in the scenes, and they were all very, very nice. The scene where we were outside of the police station, we all got a little more because in the church scene we were all in our seats basically, and they were kind of down. They come up and they do their thing. But at the scene where we were actually in front of the police station, it was cold, so we all had a common, we all felt one at that point for being out in that cold. And it's for sure, because I think it wasn't supposed to look like it was cold, even though it was cold. So that was something else too. So we were all in it together, even the actors. I mean, the leads were having a good time, trying to keep it light and keep it friendly and keep you warm and dancing and in between takes. So it was really fun. You didn't really notice at the time that these were big stars, standing there.
Okay, now before we go to Jillian, real quick, when you first saw the trailer, when did you realize that you had made the trailer?
Oh, okay. Well, I knew my distinct thing was to make sure I needed to find something to be a nice little visual point. And there was this chick with this big old pig, and I was like, oh, that's where I'm gonna stand. So I went and I stood next to the chick with the big pig. So I said, okay, I know in this scene, all I need to do is look for the big pig, and then I need to look, and there I am. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh, where's the pig? There I am. Everything's calculated. Everything's calculated.
It didn't happen by accident.
Never does.
Okay, now Jillian, I'm because you were working, so you had to be on the set every day. Can you guys hear me first of all?
Yeah.
Okay. You had to be on the set every day. What was it like? How was it to bring and manage all these people in Cleveland, all of these extras and all the things that you do from the casting in? How was it bringing all these people and all the right people to this very specific time-sensitive film?
Yeah, it was, at times it was challenging. They had, very distinctive looks. Like Stacy said, they had the young lords, they had the young, and if we get into the film, we'll kind of explain the different groups. I guess you would call them groups. Like now they would call them a gang, but they were really just like social justice groups in Chicago. So, they had to look a certain way. The Young Patriots had to look a certain way. We had, several scenes where we had a college scene where they were at Wiley College. So they had, wardrobe had specific outfits because this was a period piece where, they could only be a certain size. Like we couldn't have two, or they might only have like one size 16 dress. So we couldn't have, 5 size 16 show up, so we had to be very calculated and, precise in our casting because, casting and wardrobe worked very close together in this because, it was a period piece. So
now were the junior warlords represented in here?
I don't think that I don't recall Junior Warlords.
The Junior Warlords was the gang that Michael on Good Times had got in when Florida made him go get a jacket. She found a jacket in the oven.
You went old school on that one, Felicia. I remember it. And Latardis is cracking up over there.
Like, I don't remember this.
Latardis is cracking up.
Chicago.
Hey, only the OGs really started laughing at that one.
Yeah, me and Julia like.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's a good one. But go ahead, Jillian.
So I mean, it was it was very, I don't want to say challenging, but you definitely, we had to be in that office and keep a record of everybody's shape, size, height, and then after they were cast, they had to go directly to wardrobe and get fitted. A lot of times, people will say, yeah, I'm a size 8, and they show up and they're 12. So, they had to be, fitted, and they had to look at their hair because a lot of people, they send in pictures and, their hair is totally different than that picture they sent in. So they get there and we're like, they didn't have neon green dreads in 1967. So, and people, so we had to be very, like, we had to see you in person. Like it wasn't, a self-tape or just send us your headshot. We had to see them in person to make sure that even some of the like the male haircuts, they didn't have tapered haircuts back then. So if you came up with we would tell people, do not cut your hair. You know, your lineup cannot be crispy. Like you need to grow it out, because, you know, they didn't do that back then. And there was a lot of things, and, you know, same with the women, like, you know, there were certain hairstyles that they just did not have back then. And everything, they were very specific about the looks that they wanted in the actors. So we had to follow in line.
But I will say that hair department was phenomenal, because they put some wigs on some guys that it looked like it was like that grew out their head. So and I mean, I'm just telling you, the system that went through there was like, okay, here, go here, here, go. I mean, it was assembly line system, and it was amazing.
All right. Now, Dr. Goggins, could you give us a basic rundown on the Black Panther Party? Because people, you know what, when you hear and this was even, and I'm not really giving out any spoilers, but you know, even in the film, there were entities trying to compare the Black Panther Party to white supremacist organizations, to the Klan and such. And I believe in general, there's still a lot of people who think because what they mostly see about the Panthers is they got on leather jackets, TAMs, and guns. Mm-hmm. They think that that's what they were about. They were just militant brothers going around shooting people, or shooting white people, or shooting police. But can you give us a little breakdown on who the Black Panther, who were the Black Panther Party? What were they?
All right, so yeah, they, at the end of the day, they're a social liberation party started by some young brothers out of California, Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton, Huey P. Newton, and a few other brothers, Everett Cleaver, and it grew. It caught the attention of the FBI. These brothers studied, and I see brothers and sisters, because the sisters were involved too, and they were not in the forefront, and were not known necessarily or popular, but they were known, and these sisters and brothers provided some real things that challenge the system, right? So, you know, I'm thinking of a quote that James Baldwin talked about. You know, you tell a black man that he's a terrorist and all this kind of stuff because he says, "Give me liberty or give me death," where a white person is a patriot for saying the same thing, right? So these brothers and sisters who said we have the right to self-defense, and so in California there was a open carry law. You could carry your weapon. You had the right to for self-defense. So if they got shot at by the police, they shot back until they passed a law. What was it, the Mulford Act or something like that? Mulford Act.
Yep.
That says, you know what, that whole carry your gun Second Amendment thing, we're not quite sure on if y'all are actually going to do it. And so they passed that. But the Black Panther Party spread throughout the nation. Seattle, there was Cleveland was a big chapter. There was a chapter in Toledo as well. But in Philadelphia was another big one. They had this, looking at here, this 10-point program, right? So if you give me a moment, I'll read through it, but it tells you everything, the kind of stuff that they did, and particularly with the freedom schools and this kind of stuff. It comes out of this. We want freedom. We want the power to determine the destiny of our Black community. We want full employment for our people. We want to end robbery by the capitalists of our Black community. We want decent housing fit for shelter of a human being. We want education for our people that exposes the true nature of this decadent American society. We want education that teaches us our true history and our role in the present day society. We want all Black men to be exempt from military service. We want immediate end to police brutality and murder of Black people. We want freedom for all Black men held in federal, state, county, city, prisons, and jails. We want all Black people, when brought to trial, to be tried in a court by a jury of their peers or people from the Black communities as defined by the Constitution of the United States. And we want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, and peace.
Thank you. And you know what? And you're absolutely right. That the 10-point program was compulsory with the Black Panther Party. That was the platform that they stood on. And you're absolutely right. And not to mention, of course, we talk about, of course, you know, it being created in Oakland, and certainly people know about the chapter in New York because they're familiar with Afeni Shakur, Assata Shakur, being members of the New York Panthers and the infamous Black Liberation Army, or they were formerly called the Black Panther 21 or BLA 21, when they kind of switched over during the split between the Black Panthers and the Panthers in New York. And certainly LA Panthers, famous members, Bunchy Carter, who had been a member of the Slauson Gang as it was back then. But yeah, man, the Panthers were all over the nation. The movement was growing, but that 10-point program was the most basic part of what they stood on.
The liberation schools that they started, school, feeding school lunch programs, basically, breakfast programs, free health clinics, legal aid, free legal aid, this basic stuff that you need, and which often wasn't provided in our communities. And they laid a foundation for that kind of work. And caught the attention of J. Edgar Hoover in particular with the counterintelligence program, and did their best to undermine and infiltrate and create all those problems. But you see, and sometimes you the co-option of it, right? So the school lunch programs and all these other kind of things that you started picking up as a way to address the need, but I think sometimes also to take the power away from the community doing it for themselves.
Yeah, and like they said, yeah, predominantly they were known in the community for their breakfast, for the free breakfast program for the youth. Felicia, before, I don't know if you want to do some trivia or get some questions in before we go to some more questions.
I'll get to it in a second. I guess I just wanted to bring up a couple things so I actually sat in on a press conference that they did for the film last week. And in that press conference was Fred Hampton Jr., who is the current chairman of the Black Panther Party, the Chicago chapter. And, he says that over 90% of COINTELPRO was directed toward the Black Panther Party. So, we hear that, we hear these terms, we know that it didn't necessarily start with the Panthers, because as anyone knows, and if you don't, check out the film MLK FBI, which is out right now, that shows how the FBI really had it out for Martin Luther King and how they were really trying to bring him down. So, this wasn't necessarily brand new, the concept of trying to destroy our Black leaders, but they definitely formed COINTELPRO, to be successful and bringing down Black leaders. So I think that is still relevant. What I want to talk about, and there's Chill showing the MLK FBI film. If you guys have not seen that, check it out. It's a documentary.
Where is it at?
Sorry.
Where can
it's on the IFC channel. So if you have the IFC channel, it should be airing there. You have to check your local listings.
One of them, but anyway, I got a question for the filmmaker people, something to just knowing that, but I'll wait.
Okay, go ahead and finish.
Oh no, go right ahead.
All right, go ahead, Dr. Goggins.
Well, he can go ahead.
Now, I was just curious because I was thinking about that earlier today, that between the FBI and MLK and this with the coming out, is there just a happy circumstance, or is there some kind of what's going on that this would, is there, or should we expect more of these kind of movies coming out? I'm just curious.
I don't know. Don't they have that Sam Cooke one out too on Netflix?
Yeah, the One Night in Miami.
No. The
death of Sam Cooke.
Of Sam
right.
Yeah.
That's been out actually for a while,
I know,
right?
I'm just saying there's a lot of that, but what happened behind the scenes coming out.
Mm-hmm.
The FBI.
I think a lot of those films are, and Jillian can speak to that, but I think a lot of those films we can expect to see as a lot of light is shining. And certainly, as Felicia said, we've known about COINTELPRO for a while and how active they were. But I mean, in this film, you actually get to see how that actually works. How that counterintelligence program actually works. And that's one thing I big ups to the filmmakers of that. It gives you a new perception of or understanding of how an organization actually gets infiltrated in what happens to the infiltrators and how do they gain the confidence of the people. And this film did a good job of giving that perspective. But go ahead, Jillian.
What am I answering that question?
I don't know if you had something else to say about these type of films being made.
I think that we will probably see more. There's a market, I mean, honestly, just to keep it 1,000%, Hollywood is about money. And they're about, can this movie make us some money? Do people want to, is there an audience for this? And I think films like this and like Just Mercy are proving that there are an audience for, our story, the good, the bad, and the ugly, all of it. And I think that, of course, we have such just a long story here in this country, and there are a lot of stories that we don't, like a lot of people, I saw like a lot of posts that they were upset that the film focused on Lakeith's character, and like some people didn't even know about him, had never heard of him, did not know what he did, to help the FBI. So it's just
the movie's called Judas. Like that already tells you.
There's some infiltration going on.
Like the movie, the first word is Judas, so that's who it's going to be about. But whatever.
Yeah, I was reading posts where people were upset about that. They were like, how dare they, basically make a movie about a snitch. And I was like, that's not what the movie was about. So you obviously didn't watch it. But but there's an audience. We are an audience. We Black people, we watch movies. Like, for a long time, these white executives at the top of all these big major motion picture companies were turning down film after film after film, saying that, we don't watch this, Black women don't do this, but we are the number one. We will watch anything. And like for a long time, it's amazing that they thought that. I'm like, how could they think that? Do they not have Facebook? But And there's
And we are engaged with what we're watching.
I have a strong suspicion that after, because this film has got so much publicity, so much, chatter and talk about, that they're going to go on their archives and go, what do we have? What do we have black? And they're going to do it because of this film. So.
Right.
I mean, it's a good
Well,
place for
I
film
guess
people to organizations to see how they infiltrate, and that's the lesson to learn from the film, is to watch yourself and watch who you invite at your table, because they will do it if you're getting too close to what. I better be quiet because I don't know who's listening.
Felicia, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I guess just to further the point, I wanted to mention that a lot of these films are continuing to be made because the same things are continuing to happen. So this, it isn't like these things that happened 50 years ago are just are 50 years ago. You can look at the Fred Hampton situation and somebody who's murdered in their bed and relate it to the Breonna Taylor situation. You know what I mean? So it's like the same kind of stuff is still happening. Mm. And so there's, forgive me, because I don't remember whose quote this is, but he said like that history is usually told by the victors, right? Like whoever wins gets to tell their side of the story and what's going on. But I think what's happening now is that the people who've been losing for a long time is like, hey, no, we got our own story to tell and we're going to tell it no matter what, whether it's mainstream and in your theaters or, we coming into your house and letting it be known that these things happen. And if you tell the story, you got to tell the whole story, so you can't just say, hey, here's the Fred Hampton without the William O'Neill, because that's what makes the story that much more, unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like this person would come this closer that, and this is something that's real life. Like this happened in real life and not just in that situation. Even when I was watching that MLK FBI film, they speak of this photographer whose name is escaping me at the moment, but he was like heralded as like this great civil rights photographer who took all these pictures of all these events, but he was an FBI informant. So he's right in the middle, of all this history that's going on and capturing it, but you going back and telling the FBI what's going on. So these things are real and they still happen, and they didn't stop using informants. So,
right.
The crazy thing is, when he was going through the 10 points, I was listening to it. I'm like, still want that. Right. Still looking for that. And that's crazy that all this time since then, and we're still trying to get at least one. I don't really even know one of those that we got yet.
Yeah, and my man Crazy D is holding down the chat, and if anybody's in the chat, feel free if you have any questions about the film, about the times, about the Black Panthers. Go ahead and ask. But he's talking. But Crazy D brought up a great film to watch, was The Trial of the Chicago 7, and I did get a chance to view that as well. And I think it's actually on, it's streaming, but I had a chance to I have the film. And
yeah,
certainly,
it's on Netflix. It is a great watch. So thanks for bringing that up, Crazy D. That's a good one to watch as well.
Right, and included, they had been tried to they were initially called the Chicago 8 because they included Bobby Seals, the national chairman and founder, one of the founders of the Black Panther Party, who felt that he should not have been included in that trial. They just wanted to have a black man for sensationalism to add to the trial of what they knew was the Chicago 7. And people have people, heard about that and seen drawings of Bobby Seale literally gagged and chained. It is, I mean, it's something to see, but to know that this actually happened, and there's no photographs of that, but there are court artists who captured those scenes of what happened in the courtroom that day. But Crazy D is right. Go watch the trial of the Chicago 7, and you'll see that. And I've been trying to get Chairman Bobby on this show since the very beginning. I have connections to Bobby Seals, and we would love. I'm still reaching out to my people to get a hold of Brother Bobby Seals. He's still with us, and want to try to get him in the film. But really quick, Dr. Goggins, can you just kind of talk about what Black people, from your knowledge, what Black people were feeling in the early, coming out of the civil rights movement and then moving into this revolutionary nationalism? What was riots started happening? What is the feel of the early 70s? People start getting afros and giving themselves African names, and what was that all about to your knowledge?
So that was all a part of that Black liberation movement, and I think was a natural extension, right? It was a natural extension out of the civil rights movement, because Martin Luther King was moving more to that human rights and perspective more loudly, right? And embracing the idea of independence, community development and empowerment, those kinds of notions, right? Because the civil rights was just getting the laws in place, but now that there's sort of these protections, what is it that we're going to do? But it was where Malcolm had been. It is extension from Garveyite, right? The Garveyianism. It was, you had across the African diaspora, you had the African nations gaining independence. Well, even our liberation movement in the civil rights, it was a part of the Pan-African liberation movement, and some of those countries in Africa were coming into full fruition. And you had, quite frankly, some of the disillusionment with the assassination of Martin Luther King, of Malcolm X. You had some of this, we need to stop asking and start demanding. We did the marches. We did what we asked for, the thing that we supposed to have anyway. And clearly something more needs to happen. And there's some things that we can do just to make it happen, right? Mm-hmm. If we read the laws and says, look, I have the right to protect myself. I have the right to carry a gun. Well, let's challenge that. That's what's in the law, right? And so let's use that. Let's put these things in place. We don't have to ask for things when we can do for ourselves. So you had that going on, and so I think it was just, to me, it was just a natural progression. There's a natural progression that mm-hmm. that you would expect from where we were. And out of that, you had people to recognize, don't go down to City Hall asking for a proper school. Pull the resources together, do it yourself. You had folks to recognize that if we're going to wait for someone to come feed us, we have resources here, right? So I think it just becomes a natural progression. And I think that was the challenge to the FBI, or J. Edgar Hoover particularly, who had a particular paranoia of this idea that if the Black community were to realize and exercise the power that they actually had, it would shake the foundations of American society, mm-hmm. right?
Right.
That if a society is built on the backs of a people and those people begin to stand up, that's going to be a problem.
Right.
And so, so all those kinds of things. You think about even Martin Luther King. It was a problem, as long as he was asking and marching, wasn't too big of a problem. But when you start realizing, okay, and he started to articulate more and more clearly the idea of Black empowerment, and I don't want to suggest anywhere that Martin Luther King was some kind of pacifist or anything like that, and he had a program, but a part of that moving forward got him into challenging the whole system of economics and those kinds of things, and that's where it became became a real problem.
Right. And I do want to say, because we have some questions from the audience. I know Felicia probably wants to get some stuff in, but I do two things that you mentioned. One, the name of the movie, as Stacy even talked about, not just the Judas part, but the stated purpose for COINTELPRO. The stated purpose was to prevent the rise of a Black Messiah. That's just not the title of the part of the title of the film. That's the stated purpose of the counterintelligence program of the FBI. And secondly, I wanted to acknowledge when you talked about brothers and sisters, certainly, we mentioned some of the New York sisters, some of the more famously known, Angela Davis, Assata Shakur, Afeni Shakur, but certainly on the West Coast, you have Elder Kathleen Cleaver, Erica Huggins, Sister Elaine Brown, who end up stepping in and being the head of the Black Panther Party. All these people have books out, man. You can go and find out all of this information. But for the filmmakers, real quick, a good question came from Cheryl Clark. Clark Barr jumped out there and she said,
wait, real quick, Till, before you read it, I saw that question. It's a good question. I just wanted to read, I want to go back to your first point and read, there were 4 particular points that COINTELPRO, this is what they were planning to do. So in excerpts from an FBI COINTELPRO document, it was revealed that its goals were the following: 1, to prevent the coalition of militant Black nationalist groups; 2, prevent the rise of a Messiah who could unify, electrify the militant Black nationalist movement; 3, prevent militant Black nationalist groups and leaders from gaining respectability by discrediting them to the community; and 4, a final goal should be to prevent the long-range growth of militant Black nationalist organizations, especially among youth.
Wow.
I mean, so to know that someone who is in charge of the FBI, of this nation, like, this is put in place, like, this isn't like what he's talking about at home behind closed doors. Like this is what you're doing at work.
It's in writing.
Yeah, this is like, it's discussed. You know what I mean? Like, we're not letting this happen. Black people are not about to rise up on my watch. And you have to think about the fact that J. Edgar Hoover was in charge of the FBI for almost 50 years. So he's almost 50 years that he ran this in this way, that this was the idea that Black people are going to stay on the bottom.
Right.
And he was, when you talking about running things, he's talking about really running stuff. Like the presidents are calling him, asking his advice on stuff. Do you think I should take this meeting with such and such, or go to Martin Luther King's when he got the Nobel Peace Prize? Why is Lyndon Johnson calling Hoover to ask him if he thinks he should go? Like, this stuff is just crazy.
Ain't trust nobody in no pumps.
Yeah. Yeah, people need to check into that part of J. Edgar Hoover's life, but also, as she was talking about Lyndon Johnson, because and it's been told that the Kennedys were often at odds with J. Edgar Hoover, especially Bobby Kennedy. So there's lots of things to read up on that as well. And a lot of this information we would never have known if
Bless
not
you.
for the freedom, if not known for the Freedom of Information Act, that a lot of these documents, although severely redacted, but a lot of this information has come out.
That's only the stuff we know. That's
Right.
crazy.
And before I ask this question to the filmmakers, I want to remind everybody, if you're watching the show, please share the show. We will be giving away tickets to see the film wherever you are in the United States, as long as the theater is open and you can order tickets through Fandango. You can go see this film, as my relatives would say, for the free. Okay, so
Free.
for the free.
And you can also win this
Oh, look at
swaggy
that.
t-shirt like I have on that says People's Free Food Program to represent the Panthers when you go to see the film. So you can win t-shirts as well. So yes, we're going to hop into some trivia in just a second.
Okay, I also want to say, if you want to support Chill Talk, and by the way, this is our 43rd show in quarantine, since we have not been at the radio station. So this is our 43rd show in quarantine. And Felicia remembers we started off our first quarantine show at my mother's house, and Felicia got us thrown out of my mama's house. But that's another
story. Act like she ain't never seen a bag of weed before.
All right, but if you want to donate,
it was peppermint tea.
It was so allegedly.
That's funny.
Allegedly, yeah. But if you want to donate to Chill Talk, it's in the chat and the description box. Drop whatever you can, so we can keep doing this. Into the Cash App money jar, $ money 2, the number 2 chill, $ money 2 chill. We appreciate it. We're trying to keep this thing going. But the question that Cheryl Clark had, and I want to ask it to these filmmakers, she said, how do you feel about Black actors from Europe portraying Black Americans in movies that are about Black history? Well, certainly Black actors from the UK have been getting it in for real in Hollywood. And our star of playing Fred Hampton, Lakeith Stanfield is the star, but playing Fred Hampton, our man Daniel Kaluuya is from the UK. I see Stacey biting her lip, but certainly, you know, y'all's man Idris Elba's getting it in, and my man that played Martin Luther the King, and you know, I mean, Black actors from the UK, and not just men but women, they getting it in. How y'all feeling about this? Go ahead, Stacey. I see you biting your lip, Stacey. Talk about it.
You know, to be honest, I did feel some type of way, going years back from it. But then I saw a documentary about Black acting, or Black actors, and Blacks in film. And a lot of the Black actors over in London talked about there's not really a lot of opportunity over there to do big budget films in London, because it's a little bit of a racial issue over there for what gets made. So for that aspect, I can see why this is where they would be able to act at if they don't have the same opportunity in London. Now, I do feel that if they're the best person and they have gone and they have auditioned, I'm sorry, someone's coming into with a thing going off because I have to be getting my kid to bed soon. So that's my mother letting me know that it's time to get off of here. But I feel that if they're the best person for the job, they're auditioning and it's head to head, then the best person wins. But I don't know, because I'm not in those conversations with studios if they're just like, oh, let's get this actor, you know, from the UK to come over here. So I don't know if that's the conversations. I'm hoping that they're just winning the roles out.
Some people are suggesting that the actors coming from the UK are better trained actors, because the majority of them, from my understanding, have stage background.
But well, I don't know. I mean, it really depends on the there's so many different levels to it. You know, there's the studio's idea of what they want. There's the producer's idea of what they want. There's a director's idea of what they want. And I guess it just depends on who wins out at the end. You know, if a person let's see, the producer wants one person, but the studio's like, oh, this person's been making a lot of films and we want this person in the film because they've been making films. They've been bankable. As Jillian said, we will make money. So a lot of times people will put people in that way. Now, again, I have not gotten to that level where I make decisions like that. So I couldn't tell you what their thinking is. But yep, I will say that people are annoyed and some people are not. And it's really just a preference. Some people are like, I don't know why they're taking the jobs. And then some are like, as long as they're Black, I don't care. Right. So it really just depends on the people, how they feel.
Sister Jillian.
I'm off the rope now. You got your
I first want to start off by saying I am not an actor. I'm not an actor. So I think that actors probably have a more stronger opinion, about this, because trust me, I've been in those clubhouses. I've heard those, I've seen those posts. And I'm kind of with Stacy, on I think the best person should win. And if the best person happens to be from across the pond, then just so be it. And the aspect of you saying that they are better trained, I do tend to believe that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying people have said that.
Yeah. And I tend to lean on that side because of how, Britain structures their arts, and how, you go into it young, and they train I don't know if I could cuss on this. They train the mess out of those people. Like in America, a casting director could be in McDonald's like, oh, she has a good look. Come here. Have you acted before? I'm going to put you in, and then you could be a star. You could get arrested, like the guy who had that mug shot, the real cute, like, dude who now he's in movies and he models and he's making millions of dollars, and it was his mugshot. In London that just would not happen, but in America, so it is a little difference. But I'm not an actor. I can totally see both. I can see where actors, that if I'm an African American actor, and for so long the roles that they were allowed to get were so limited. We know the history. So now that they're, now fast forward to 2021, that there are different, there's a plethora of roles. We have fought to be doctors. We have fought to play lawyers and judges and historical figures. And now that we fought this fight, these people are coming in from a plane and getting it. Like, I could see that, but I see both sides of it, because Daniel was he was phenomenal as Fred Hampton, and there's nobody that can deny that. Like, and I was on set and I watched him with the dialect coach. I watched him totally stop in the middle of a scene when he heard that he didn't say it right, and do it again. And he would just stop, and the whole production would stop, and he'd do it again. Like, he was so dedicated to that role. So anybody, there's a lot of chatter on him in particular, but anybody who watched it with their own eyes saw how hard and how dedicated he was to that role. And you can't deny.
I'll piggyback off it. At that church scene, I saw him working with his dialect coach, when we had a off time, he was over with the dialect talk, having his earpiece in. I guess he had an ear that he was listening to, going over the dialect. So he worked hard. He worked his butt off for sure.
Now I want to bring to Felicia, and our Crazy D made a comment in the chat, and he said Lakeith Stanfield killed it His ability to emote using his eyes brings the conflictedness. He is truly a star in the movie, and you know we rep for Lakeith Stanfield. But Felicia, is it just me, or does Lakeith Stanfield in every film I see him in and in real life look like he high all the time? I'm just saying, Lakeith Stanfield look like he high in the movies and whenever I see him in real life. Is it just me? I see Stacey shaking his head.
He got to get out the get out face all the time, huh?
All the time. I'm just
like, brother, do
saying.
you need to be rescued?
He looked like he always want to say something different, even when you see him doing interviews. Like, bro, I see you got something else on your mind. I hear what you're saying.
He's one of those alternative Black guys. He, you know, they like the rock. He's like a Black hippie kind of.
I think that may be the case. Okay, what you got, Felicia?
Well, I do want to jump into the trivia, but I guess I just want to make a comment real quickly because I see that Cheryl Clark she making her point hard for this. She's saying that they are great actors, but why can't studios find actors at home? So I don't think that it's that Cheryl's point or whoever else, you know, believes like that it's not a valid point. It is a valid point, but I guess I would present maybe looking at it in the context of, remember when even before now, where it might be a little bit easier to get roles at home, there was a time where you couldn't get them at home hardly at all. So a lot of other people went overseas to do things, or a person like a Josephine Baker, who, you know, she blew up, or she's more well known for what she did in Paris, you know, than what she did here. And she was awarded that opportunity somewhere else that she couldn't get at home. Or what about the people in places who have similar struggles to what we have and to what, you know, our Black leaders grew up fighting for? And you got people maybe across the pond that can relate to that. So maybe if I grew up knowing these stories, or I live in a place where I have to, you know, American entertainment is almost everywhere, you know, so maybe if I grow up and that's all I see are these American actors on TV, and I want to be like that the same way these young kids grow up, you know, having this opportunity to see it, why should I not be able to go after that just because I'm not from here? So it's
the American dream.
I don't know. I just want to give a devil's advocate on that.
Cheryl Clark not having it. She want Black actors.
I do feel like it's a valid point. I'm not saying
Cheryl Clark says she want Black actors from America to get them roles, and the Brits got to hold up. Y'all, they taking over. They getting it.
She like, stay over there. I'm not interested.
Or I really think it's a lot to do with the films they can make over there. If they could make the type of films we make over here and have that ability, you know, accessibility to do that, you know, then more of us can go over there and do films too. And then it really won't matter because we can go over to, you know, England and do some films, and they can come over here. We share our Blackness everywhere.
Trivia. Felicia, can Dr. Goggins answer the trivia question he borrowed from winning tickets off the trivia?
I just want the t-shirt. No. I want the t-shirt.
No.
I want a t-shirt too.
And I don't want to see you like lightweight trying to give the answers to people, like, you know, get your baseball fingers on the side. And
it rhymes with 2 syllables.
You just don't have to play the cut like a Band-Aid, okay? Okay. So how this is going to work, and I know that you guys have been on here with us for a while, but and we appreciate you. So because of that, whoever answers the questions, the first person to answer the questions will get tickets to see Judas and the Black Messiah. Now, unfortunately, you can't answer every question and get, you know, 15 tickets or whatever the number is. But maybe if you are the answer to multiple, we'll give you t-shirts, or I'll say something is a daily double where you get an opportunity to win t-shirts. Sorry, guys, I don't have my, dang it, my little phone stand on, so I'm trying to prop it up.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's too low. I'm trying to prop it up on my computer, so it keeps taking my mute off of the computer so I can hear it on Facebook. But I'm trying to hold the phone and work the computer at the same time. Okay, here we go. Chill. I am going to rely on you to do this because I'm looking on my computer for the questions. So I don't have that and Facebook up at the same time. So you are going to have to see who answers first. Is everybody ready? I gotta get my game show.
Now we will have, you know, sometimes Felicia, you have people just on your thread that I don't know what that's about, that I don't see on my thread. So I see the people on the Chilltalk thread and the people on the Kevin Chill Heard thread. Well, those are merged. The Chilltalk thread and the Kevin Chill Heard are threads. Sometimes it's people on yours because we saw that before. They're like, you see me answering that question? But yeah, go ahead. Let's roll.
Okay, so, well, I guess the good thing is there's a little bit of a delay. So I'm going to ask the question first. It'll come through the Zoom, and then maybe I can just switch over real quick to Facebook. But I'm just giving a disclaimer. I don't want anybody trying to chop my head off. That I'm multitasking over here. Okay, so we're gonna start off a little bit easy, and it's multiple choice. So. You say if it's A, B, C, or D. Question 1. Who were the founders of the Black Panther Party? Is it A, Fred Hampton and Bobby Seale, B, Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale, C, Huey P. Newton and H. Rap Brown, or D, Stokely Carmichael and Fred Hampton? What is your answer? A, Fred Hampton and Bobby Seale, B, Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, C, Huey Newton and H. Rap Brown, or D, Stokely Carmichael and Fred Hampton?
Okay. All right. Hey, okay. You want to know who jumped out there first with an answer? We have 3 people who gave 3 different answers, but they jumped out there immediately.
Yes.
All right, so Latrice Brown jumped out there with B. Cheryl Clark jumped out there with D. Somebody with your last name, Felicia Haney, jumped out with C. And Stereo the Hitman jumped out there with B. Those are the first people that I saw.
All right, those are also the first people that I saw. And the correct answer, who also got it first, would be Latrice Brown with B. The answer is B. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale were the founders of the Black Panther Party.
My man, Lockdown Brown.
I am going to and I can pin this. I'm going to drop my email in here. And I know who won now, so don't know random people start emailing me talking about give me my tickets.
Hey, and Dr. Goggins, we gave that answer at least 2 times while talking. You said it and I said it. But, you know, we also mentioned other names as well that was in that. We mentioned Eldridge Cleaver, and although we didn't mention Stokely, I think I might have mentioned H. Rap Brown. Maybe not, but.
Okay, so Latrice, make sure you email me so that I can get you your ticket code. So also a disclaimer. Now, I don't mind anybody who wants to play, please play. But these ticket codes that we will be giving out are for you to go to the theater. Chill has said it a couple times, but I just want to emphasize that because I know that we are still in a pandemic. Some folks are a little iffy about going to the theater, but these are for the theater. So I just want to let that be known. If you do happen to win and you don't want to go to the theater, you can watch it at home on HBO Max. And instead of tickets, I will make sure that you get a t-shirt, and then you can just wear your t-shirt while you're watching at home and make sure that you tag us and all that good stuff. So,
okay. Hold on. And I want to add, so if you win and you claim a ticket, a Fandango ticket do not get a ticket from us and don't take your ass to the movie. All right, so Lathard is laughing.
Yes.
So if you claim a ticket, you got to go to the movie. And I know in Cleveland, the theaters that are open, they are practicing social distance as best they can. That the seats are separated, and you can call the movie theaters and ask them what their procedure is. But yeah, I wanted to say that. But okay, my man, Latrice Lockdown Brown got a ticket. I see you, Stacy, shaking your head.
No, because I just checked my email and I had
And tickets are good.
pass to go see the film tonight from the Cleveland Film, and I forgot.
Okay. Go ahead, Felicia.
That just reminded me, like, I was like, is that tomorrow? Nope, it's tonight.
So don't worry, panelists. We've got you guys. If you are interested in going to see it, we will also provide you with passes so that you can check it out if you have not already checked it out.
The panelists you get a ticket, and you get a ticket, and you get a ticket. All right.
All right. So just to answer Latrice's question, each code, each winner will get a code, and that is good for 2 people. So yes, if you need to take a date, because we know it's Valentine's with an M weekend.
Our people put an M on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Valentine's. You can, look really, like you got your stuff together. Like, oh, I got us tickets to this movie. I got us, all for the free. But they ain't got to know it's for the free. All right, let's move on. Next question. What was Fred Hampton's title in the Black Panther Party? Was he A, the Minister of Defense, B, Deputy Chairman, C, Minister of Information, or D, the party spokesperson? I'll read those quickly again. Was he A, Minister of Defense, B, Deputy Chairman, C, Minister of Information, or D, party spokesperson? Who's got the answer? All right, let's
We're looking to see. All right, Cheryl Clark jumped out there.
We got a couple of C's rolling.
Kim Hargrove jumping out there. Man, Cheryl Clark, Cheryl Clark still wait. Stereo the Hitman jumped out there with a
type so fast
with an answer. Man, they quick. They're quick, and like I said.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all about 10 more seconds. 9, 8. Anybody else want to jump in and take a stab at it? Hey, even if you don't know, just take a guess.
Right, and like I said, people can win. You don't long as your theaters are open and you have Fandango anywhere in the country, you can redeem these two tickets. All right.
And I'll give you a hint. No one has the correct answer. So if you jump in and say it.
So somebody else better hurry up.
Somebody better hurry up, because none of those answers are right. So even if you just got a process of elimination, you get a chance to win.
Hey, somebody better switch up their answer real quick. All right, Kim Hargrove jumped out. She done jumped out there. Now, everybody, they all jumping out there with different stuff. Now, it's going down. Kim Hargrove jumped out there with A. Cheryl Clark came back with A. M. Haney jumped out there with B. And Latrice Brown. Man, Latrice is still trying. And he back with the C.
All right. Well, all them other answers was incorrect too, except for, and I'm glad my family redeemed themselves and came back with the correct answer, which is B.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Felicia, who is that? Your mama? Well, I know that's not your mama. Who? That's one of your relatives.
That is my sister. You're used to her having Melissa Haney on there.
Okay,
she
all right.
changed to her government.
Oh, she went government on us. Melissa, okay. Big ups to Melissa.
She gonna say she don't even remember what B was.
Hey, she just went with the answers that weren't the ones that the people gave the wrong ones.
Right. Y'all ain't know they was calling this man Chairman Fred, whose son is now the chairman, and they call him Chairman Fred.
Dr. Goggins said it. I said it. Felicia said it. Come on. I got a feeling we might have gave away all the answers while we were talking.
Who was listening?
Hey. I ain't saying nothing. All right, let me keep it moving. I know Stacy has to go. So Stacy, if you need to get out, jump off at any time, feel free. We don't want to hold you. We appreciate you. Next question. Today in Black history, in the year 1992. So today's February 10th, 1992. Which of the following events happened? Was it A, Huey P. Newton was born? Was it B, author Alex Haley died? C, Spike Lee's film Malcolm X premiered? Or was it D, the birthday of Frederick Douglass? What is today in Black history?
Today in Black history. All right. Y'all people hurry up.
Read another time. You see that the questions start getting tougher. You start seeing people start getting they hesitant on it now.
Hey, and you just don't want to jump out there with the wrong answer.
Hey.
All right, Melissa jumped out with an answer. Craig Baxter jumped out there.
Alex Haley died. That's B.
Craig Baxter jumped out
Spike Lee's
there.
film Malcolm X premiere. That's C. Or is it the birthday of Frederick Douglass? D. Which one is it? We're giving about 5 more seconds.
Kim Hargrove giving alternative answers. She's talking about Roberta Flack was born. Oh, y'all cutting up in the chat.
Killing me softly, okay?
Good one, Felicia. I saw how you did.
Killing me softly. It's not the answer.
All right.
So
your sister Melissa said C.
I actually see a couple of answers, and I do.
Stereo the Hitman went D.
And that is wrong.
And Craig.
And that is wrong.
Cheryl Clark said C.
Y'all got 50% of the answers gone now. Come on, somebody.
Okay, once again, the process of elimination, guys. Get those tickets.
Is it B or is it A?
So we know it's not C and we know it's not D.
B or A.
Get that hookup for the free. All right, let's see. They come
so
on,
was
y'all.
Huey P. Newton born or Alex Haley? Let me give y'all a hint by reading the question one more time. Okay. Because the question says today in Black history, 1992. So there's a hint in the question. Today in Black history, 1992. So was Huey P. Newton born or did author Alex Haley die in 1992 of this on today?
All right. Cheryl Clark is back with B.
All
Kim
right.
Hargrove is back with B.
Okay.
And Stereo the Hitman is with A.
All right, so B is the correct answer. Huey P. Newton could not have been born in 1992, and he was the founder of the Black Panthers. Y'all
Really now?
I really thought it was the Malcolm X movie came out.
That's
what I thought.
I put that in there as a trick. See, I was trying
I fell for it. I was like 92. I think that's when it came out. Black History Month. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, so I guess Cheryl Clark jumped in there and got that one, Felicia.
She did. So congratulations, Cheryl. You got that right. You were the first to get that right. I have my email address pinned here, so please take note and make sure that you guys shoot me an email. Let me go to the next question.
All right, I'm pulling for you, Kim Hargrove. And Stereo, I'm pulling for you, bro.
Okay. On February 12th, the NAACP will be 100 years old. Is this true or false?
All right.
True
or false?
Simple T or F?
T or F?
Or F. Will the NAACP, National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, be 100 years old in 2 days? True or false? Anybody?
All right.
Anybody?
Cheryl Clark jumped out there with Cheryl Clark jumped out there with a T. Craig Baxter jumped out there with a T.
He's gonna follow.
Anybody else?
They just follow. They just. Anybody else want to? Kim Hargrove, I'm pulling for you. Because you get, okay. Latrice Brown came with the F.
Somebody went to Google.
Kim Hargrove came with the F.
All right. The correct answer is false. The NAACP was founded in 1909. So it turned 100 back in 2009. So we'll give it to Kim because Latrice already won. So congratulations. Oh, she didn't came with the year. You know she Googled it. I'm a 1909.
Yeah, she Googled.
No, she didn't Google that.
The Niagara movement. She knew that.
See there?
That's all right, Kim. We'll take it.
The Akron
Okay,
chapter,
next question.
100.
I was wondering, you said the Akron chapter is 100 years old?
Yeah. Last year, we were 101 this year.
Okay.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So
last question.
In what city was the Black Panther Party founded? Was it A, Chicago, B, Oakland, C, Baltimore, or D, Atlanta? A, Chicago, B, Oakland, C, Baltimore, D, Atlanta.
Kim Hargrove says she did not Google. She says she has a calendar of Black history while y'all playing with her.
Everybody should have one.
All right, Latrice Brown jumps out with B. Melissa Haney, B. Kim Hargrove, Oakland. She said forget what the letters.
I can't remember which one it was.
Cheryl Clark jumped out with C. Craig Baxter, man, Stereo, I'm pulling for you, baby. Stereo jumped out there with a B. All right, so those the first people.
All righty.
And what's up to my brother Daryl Shake and Bake Sellers in the building?
Those are the first people. Correct answer is B, Oakland. It's founded in Oakland. First people that got that were Latrice Brown, Melissa Haney, and Craig Baxter. I know Latrice and Melissa have already won.
Stereo won.
Baxter, that's Stereo.
Yeah.
Stereo, did you already win?
No, Stereo didn't win. Stereo
Okay.
giving some bad answers before that. Stereo the hitman.
Stereo, you won first, but you got it. So congratulations to you. All right, let me ask another one. It's kind of random. Remember I said they weren't all strictly.
Okay, my boy Shake and Bake Sellers. I see you out there. I see you, Shake. Let's get this. Come on, I'm pulling for you.
Okay, next question. What is Dr. Ron Karenga most known for? What is he most known for? A, being an FBI informant. B, starting the Black Panthers. C, the founder of Kwanzaa. Or D, created the vaccine for malaria. Dr. Ron Karenga. What is he most known for? Being an FBI informant. That's A, started the Black Panthers. B, founder of Kwanzaa. C, or created the vaccine for malaria.
Dr. Goggins, you had the same laugh as I did.
Yeah. This is another old joke.
Yeah, well, you gotta know some history on that one.
Oh, okay, this is another old joke on my list.
All right, answers are coming in. Cheryl is giving shout outs to Daryl. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. Latrice Brown jumped out there with C. Cheryl Clark jumped out there with B. Craig Baxter jumped out there with D. Come on, Shake, jump out there with something. Throw a letter on into the pot. Kim Hargrove, she's coming up with answers. She said being the po-po. We're gonna have some Dr. Goggins, we're gonna have some commentary about this question after we get a winner.
Oh, you're not gonna get me on record on that one, man.
I'm gonna have something to say. Daryl Sellers jumped out there with B.
All righty. The correct answer. Daryl, you know good and well this man ain't starting no Black Panthers. No, the correct answer is not B. Oh, the karate chop you for that one.
Oh.
Who else answered? Let me see if I got the right answer in here. All right. The right answer is actually C. he was the founder of Kwanzaa. There is another answer that could possibly be right, but we're saying, what is he most known for? And he's most known for being the founder of Kwanzaa. So Latrice, since you've already won tickets, I'll go ahead and throw in. Are you here locally? Is he here?
Yeah, he is. He has been.
Okay, because I wasn't about to put nothing in no mail.
Tony Brown, you get a Panther t-shirt, bro.
So you get a Panther t-shirt. Congratulations.
Lady Skill just tuned in. Maybe she can win something.
Here's my sister. Some more Ashe.
Okay, now let me tell you something. Now it has been, and no, she referred to Dr. Karenga by his government first name, Ron Karenga. He's also known as Dr. Maulana Karenga, and we do know him as the founder of Kwanzaa. Now it has been said, you got to do your research on that he was providing some information to the government. I'm not saying that, but it's been said. And it's also been said that Panthers have been documented at kind of blaming him for a shootout that took place in Los Angeles, I believe, where Bunchy Carter and Eric Huggins, I don't know if it's Eric Huggins, John Huggins, died in a shootout with a group called the United Slaves, or just US, which at the time was headed by Ron Karenga. So, you know, you can.
So they was beefing. Those two.
Yeah, Dr. Goggins said yes, they were.
Speak on it. Speak on it,
I
Dr. Goggins.
I dare not speak a lot on it. I'm not a scholar of it. I've heard Dr. Karenga talk about it a number of times, and you know, there's enough there to suggest, you know, they weren't getting along. They were not practicing
harmony.
Emotion.
One of his own platforms of the Agusa Saba.
And be honest with you, you know, in a time in which, you know, COINTELPRO was taking place, you know, there were deliberate and concerted efforts to create tension between folks and with, you know, between groups, within groups. So only the people that were there know all the actual stuff, but you know, it would not be beyond the imagination to believe that some of the tensions that were created between these two groups would have been stoked and facilitated by outside forces. So
and just to add, just as those same wedges were stoked between Brother Malcolm and the Nation, just as they were stoked between the Oakland Panthers and the New York Panthers. So yeah, that's what was going on. And just talking about the Panthers in general, it was times where it was so many infiltrators in the Panthers that infiltrators were reporting on other infiltrators. It was that I've heard it said there was a time there was more agents in the Panthers than it was Panthers in the Panthers. So yeah, they did it.
Yeah, it addresses that in the film as well. You'll see that in the film.
Yes. So
to Chill's point. All right, let me get the next question. So whoever can answer this question first, you will get a t-shirt.
Daryl Shake and Bake Sellers, Lady Skill, let's go.
Tell us what COINTELPRO stands for.
Let's go take them a time to type. That's some typing time.
How do you even spell
that?
I be saying like,
what does COINTELPRO mean? Let's see.
TPP, do abbreviations.
That is the abbreviation, actually.
Okay, so I'll let Stacy and and Jillian get in on this, and you guys can win a t-shirt if you know the answer.
All right.
Oh, she go, oh, that's how you gonna do it, Stacy?
No shame. Put it right there in front of the camera.
Is that how you doing it? All right. My man,
I can't even spell it.
Master T is watching. Daryl say, what the?
I put it in the chat so you can see the spelling.
Code.
How can I answer
Intel.
what it is?
Oh. It is in the chat. Who's first? Come on, Daryl. Come on, beat Master T. Lady Skill.
Okay.
T giving shout outs, man. Win that ticket, bro.
Oh, okay. I got it. It stands for Counterintelligence Program.
Yes, Jillian dropped it in the chat, and it came
up
about the same time.
Well, I said it.
Oh, we got.
No, she actually the chat was popping up as you were saying it. So I'm saying you guys really kind of got it out there at the same time. But the fact that I didn't see her actually Googling, I'm gonna give it to both of you guys. So you both get a t-shirt. COINTELPRO stands for Counterintelligence Program. So
Daryl Sullivan said, can you ask some ninja questions?
Daryl, that was created for the ninjas, okay? That's what we've been talking. You didn't miss out on the conversation. COINTELPRO was to bring the ninjas down, okay?
Right.
You gotta know the enemy.
All right. Now, Cheryl Clark jumped out there with the answer. She just wrote it after we gave the answer.
Okay. All right, I got a true or false.
All right, come on, T. Come on, Daryl. Let's get it. Let's get it, Skill.
FBI informant William O'Neill killed himself after an Eyes on the Prize taping. Is this true or false?
Ooh, is it? It's a trick question.
For those who don't know, William O'Neill is the FBI informant who dropped a dime on Fred Hampton. Did he kill himself after an Eyes on the Prize taping? Is that true or false?
All right, Melissa jumped out there with true. T said he set Fred Hampton up. That is not the question. Daryl Sullins jumped.
We know that part.
Daryl Sullins went out there with a true. Cheryl Clark with a true. Tyrone beat Master T says, I just want a t-shirt. Beat them down. False.
Beat them down.
Kim Hargrove, well, you know, beat Master T
and then
is
did he really kill himself?
Right. She said, or was it a conspiracy? Did he really kill himself?
All right. So the correct answer is true. He did kill himself. This happened after not as a spoiler alert, because it's not, but when the film opens, they revisit that Eyes on the Prize taping where William O'Neill does this. Mind you, this is years later. Fred Hampton died in '69. This taping happens in the '80s. So he's been living with this for quite some time. But that same night that he did the Eyes on the Prize taping, he did kill himself.
All right, now.
So,
okay, Felicia. Hold on, Felicia. We're going to have to examine how you actually asked this question, because Crazy D then jumped in with a loophole. He says false. No, after the Eyes on the Prize 2 debuted on PBS. So how did you?
Well, it was after Eyes on the Prize.
Okay.
After the Prize 2, it comes after Prize 1. That's correct.
We go on with true.
So it's still after.
It's still true.
It just was a little while longer after.
Read the question. So shout out to Melissa for jumping.
I thought Daryl Sullins won.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I'm shouting her out for jumping in with the correct answer first as true, but I am giving it to Daryl. He was the second one with the answer, and he has not yet won. So congratulations to Daryl Sullen Sr. You win tickets to see Judas and the Black Messiah. But if you're not gonna use them tickets now, don't take them. So Daryl, you came in a little bit late. So just want to point out that I have pinned my email address at the bottom. Make sure you reach out to me and I will get you that ticket code. All right. Move on. I just got like one or two left.
Hey man,
for
we
you
giving out
guys.
tickets, man. I want to see some tips in the Cash App tip jar. We having fun today. You see it, Cash App,
Okay.
money to chill.
What was the name of the Panthers' free breakfast? Was it A, free breakfast for school children program? Was it B, the People's Free Food Program? Was it C, Kiss My Grits and Get to School program? Or D, breakfast for the people, by the people? What is it? A, free breakfast for children program. B, the People's Free Food Program. C, Kiss My Grits and Get to School. Or D, breakfast for the people, by the people.
I don't know what
y'all going with.
See from now on from me.
What'd you say, Stacey?
I said I don't know what the answer is, but I want it to be C.
Yeah.
I want
All right.
it to be so bad.
We got some new people jumping out there. We got some latecomers to the show. Okay, well, Kim jumped out with D. My man Juan Goodwin in the building jumped out with B. Charles Chambers, he just skipping all the letters. He's saying the people free program. You know, first of all, that's not even all the letters that was in the anyway. Daryl Sullen say B. Cheryl
He
Clark
like the
said
people
B.
vote free.
Lady Skill jumped out there
Dr.
with
Goggins,
B.
Dr. Goggins, do you want to give the answer to this one? Because it's kind of a trick question, but let me
it's 10 o'clock. I
want to know if you want to jump in and give an answer.
It's 10 o'clock. Oh, we got to end this show.
Yeah, I got to put the kid to sleep right now.
If I'm not mistaken,
all right.
It's I forgot which letter was, but is it free breakfast for the children program?
Was that the
all right? So that was, as I mentioned, that was actually a kind of a trick question, because as you see, like the shirt I have on, you've seen the signs before, the People's Free Food Program, but that was actually not the name of the program. It was free breakfast for school children. So nobody got that, but I can
Dr. Goggins got it.
Put the People's Free Food Program. So I'm going to go with the first person who answered correctly was Juan Goodwin. Well, not correctly, but you know, the second answer. Juan, we're going to give that to you. And you'll get a t-shirt, Juan. So congratulations. Make sure you email me your size. Lady Skill, some of this past her bedtime. Well, it ain't even 10 o'clock. Hey, you going to bed with Stacy's kid. Now, come on. Come on, Lady Skill.
He's actually half an hour past he's supposed to be in bed. He's supposed to be in bed 9:30.
Uh-oh. All right, I'm gonna do two more and then we'll wrap up.
I'm good.
Next question. The FBI. Bye. The FBI sent MLK a letter to his home suggesting that he do what? Did they want him to A, leave town, B, admit his extramarital affairs, C, publicly denounce his position, or D, kill himself? What did the FBI write MLK a letter saying? What do they want him to do? A, leave town, B, admit his extramarital affairs publicly. Did they want him to publicly denounce his position, or did they want him to D, kill himself? What y'all rolling with?
Okay.
Sounds like it needs to be an E, all the above.
Lady Skill, let's see what you got.
I'm sure it was.
All right, Lady Skill, Cheryl Clark jumped out there with an answer. Daryl Sullins jumped out there with an answer. They both jumped out there with C. Kim Hargrove claiming she went with Dr. Goggins, all the above, which is not a choice. Andrew Parker is in the building. Drew, you late, King. That's part of our championship trivia team. But you're late, Drew. Let's get in there. I think you got one more, bro. You might can get this one if you hear the question
All
again.
right.
And my mama jumped out there with an answer.
Chilled and hopped in. Mama chilled and hopped in with an answer. It's the wrong answer, but she hopped in with
It's
one.
wrong.
Shout out to Mama Chill. I had to get you back for throwing me out your house now, Mama Chill. But we love you. We love
There you go.
Okay, so we are going to go with, I think I did see a correct answer. Cheryl Clark gave the correct answer. It was D, y'all. The FBI sent him, they actually sent tapes to his house of him having extramarital affairs, sent it to his wife, but they also sent him a letter saying that he should kill himself. And that's because I guess they figured that he would be so afraid these extramarital affairs, this business would come out, that, you know, he might as well just, like, he'd be ruined and he might as well just kill himself.
Crazy D jumped out there with a D.
Very, very interesting people. Yep, that is correct, Crazy D. But Cheryl got it first, and I know you've been wanting a t-shirt, Cheryl, so we're gonna go ahead and give you a t-shirt.
And she's still waiting on her
so I'm gonna give y'all one
Queen and Slim shirt, which I have for her.
All right, let me give y'all one more, and
That's
then
it.
so somebody else jump in here to win a prize.
Lady Skill,
What
Crazy
civil
D.
rights leader spent a year in Cleveland helping get Carl Stokes elected, only to be told he could not attend the victory party, y'all? After he helped a man get elected, he wasn't even allowed to come to the victory party. Who was it? Was it A, Ahmed Evans, or Ahmed Evans, however you prefer to pronounce it? Was it B, Bobby Seale? Was it C, Chairman Fred Hampton? Or was it D, MLK Jr.? Which one y'all rolling with?
Yeah.
A, Ahmed Evans, B, Bobby Seale, C, Fred Hampton, or D, Martin Luther King Jr.?
Okay, let's see. Daryl talking about he knew the other answer, but he wasn't gonna be a snitch. All right, Cheryl Clark. Oh, Beat Master T jumped out with an answer. He's saying C. Cheryl Clark C. Daryl Sullins B. Melissa C.
All right. Any other takers? We're gonna give about 5 more seconds. And I'm giving y'all 5 more seconds because all those answers are wrong.
This is your shot. This is your shot. T.
Who wants to take a stab? Where you at, Crazy D?
Lady Skills, Crazy D.
Lady Skill, she done fell asleep. She couldn't get her answer in quick enough. She dozed off at the keyboard.
Kim Hargrove jumped out there with D. Cheryl Clark jumped out with A. Let me see.
Now y'all just guessing.
All right. Only just Kim
and like, what hasn't been taken?
Cheryl jumped out with a D and an A.
All right. Anybody else want to? And
Melissa jumped out with an A.
All right. Nobody else? Last takers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The answer is actually D, you guys. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King spent like a year here in Cleveland helping.
Melissa gonna say A or D.
Get elected to become the first Black mayor of a major city. And then when he won, they said, hey, we don't want all the attention to be on you, okay? This is Carl Stokes's night. Thank you for your help. You stay back at the hotel, and he's gonna go get this W without you by his side. So just some interesting Black history facts that include Cleveland, But yep, it was Martin Luther King Jr.
And a shout out to my
All
man,
right.
Fred Ahmed Evans, getting his name thrown out there, who went on and started a riot up in Cleveland. So, hey, we getting some Fred Ahmed.
Lady Skill talking about she knew that. Well, why you ain't say nothing, Lady Skill? We didn't gave you.
You had
We
your
didn't
shot.
gave you
You had
a
your
chance. All right. So Kim was the only person that actually got that one. So I know, Kim, you won something already before. I don't know if it was tickets or a t-shirt. So either way, you've got both.
You get the other thing.
Yep. So once again, please pay attention to my email. Noted. I have pinned it here in the chat. You guys email me so that I can get you the instructions on how to receive your tickets and also get your sizes for those of you who have won t-shirts. So let me go back over that real quick. People be talking about, I got a shirt. So we know that Cheryl, you have tickets as well as a shirt. Juan won a shirt. Kim has tickets and a shirt, and so does where's your Latrice?
Kim can't get the
t-shirt.
t-shirt because she's in New Jerusalem. She's in New Jersey. So she just can get the movie.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm already paying for the t-shirt. I ain't about to pay to mail it to you.
I want you to send it
you can get it when you come to visit.
Send it to New Jerusalem. She in New Jerusalem. Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end. I know we're a little bit after 10, so I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time. Thank you guys for joining us. I had fun. I hope you all had fun and actually got to learn a little something as well. And make sure you guys check out this movie. Seriously, like, you know, we're giving away these tickets, but we really, really want you to watch it. And just as some feedback, I'll say, if you have not, well, I'm sure you have not seen the movie. Don't let me say that. If you haven't seen some other films that might give you some context, if you don't really know that much about the Panthers or you're just a little bit rusty on, you know, your historical facts, I would recommend the Black Panthers, or is it Black Panther Party, Vanguard of the Revolution. It is an excellent film.
Yeah, it is.
Chill and I saw it. We saw it at the Cleveland International Film Festival. We actually sponsored it when we were back in our call and post days. We had chosen that movie for the paper to sponsor. And then we liked it so much, we ended up bringing it to the Greater Cleveland Urban Film Festival, the Black Film Festival up at Shaker Square, just to give more folks the opportunity to see it. So I know it's available. I think if you go to YouTube or if you go to PBS, there might be a fee to like rent it, or you might be able to get like a 7-day trial where you can watch it for free. But it is excellent. I would definitely recommend watching that, even though it's a little long. It gives great context. So I would say see that. Or, you know, just do your little Google searches and there's other information out here if you want to just get a little context before you go see the film. But definitely check out the film. Support Nice Co, who printed these shirts. It is a Cleveland Black owned business. Some of you may know him from his former life as DJ K Nice on Radio 1 107.9, or DJing, you know, a bunch of great parties. But now he you know, he's getting his intellectual property on, and he's doing Nice Co printing. So make sure that you guys check him out. Chill. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, real quick. If you guys are looking for books, there's several books by Panthers, about the Panthers, and I would recommend, just off the top of my head, the quintessential book probably might be Bobby Seale's book, Seize the Time, and David Hilliard's book. I can't think of the name of it right now. And actually, if I'm not going to go and jump up and grab it because I have it in my my collection, but David Hilliard's book. I can't think of the name right now, and also Elaine Brown's book, and I'm looking at it, A Taste of Power. But definitely the Bobby Seals Seize the Time book. And then there's books by Huey, and there's lots of other books. But yeah, the Bobby Seals book, Seize the Time, and the David Hilliard book, I would suggest myself. Oh, and make sure you can still share the show so people can see it. I will also drop this into my YouTube channel, Kevin Chillherd YouTube channel. Also, if you want to support Chill Talk, you see the Cash App at the bottom, and in the description box, and it's pinned in chat. Cash App will $money to Chill. Crazy D is saying another great film. G Cuff is That Rhythm, That Blues, featuring Charles Brown and Ruth Brown. He's shouting out other films from G Cuff. Yes. Oh yeah, thanks, Vince. My big brother Vince Robinson. This Side of Glory by David Hilliard is the book that I was referencing. So thank you, big bro. So yes, great show.
Oh, what about our since we got a couple other people in here, what about the book we talked about, Chill? I actually didn't get that trivia question out. The Eldridge Cleaver.
Soul on Ice. Yeah, Soul on Ice. The Eldridge Cleaver.
Oh, you guys supposed to tell the name. I was about to ask the question. Who knew it? That's why
I think Latharda said it too, though. I thought you were asking me what was about the book. I didn't know that was going to be a question. My bad. Did you have a backup question?
No, I said we had a couple of people come in late, like Ben, since I was gonna just do one last minute, one last hoorah, but never.
I gave out the answer. Okay. All right. Well, how about this? How about this? I can throw one out there real quick for anybody, and I bet you Vince might get this one. But since we just talked about Eldridge Cleaver, he had a wife that was a well-known member of the Black Panther Party. I may have mentioned her name earlier, but if someone can tell me Eldridge Cleaver's then wife, who everybody talk about Angela Davis's afro, but this sister's fro was nice. But yeah, what is Eldridge Cleaver's wife, who was prominent in the Black Panther Party? Vince, you moving slow. Kim Gordon jumped out there with the right answer. And I think she's new to getting stuff, right? Felicia, Kim Gordon had, all right. And that is the correct answer, Kathleen Cleaver. So what does Kim Gordon get?
We are going to, is Kim local?
Kim, I believe, Kim, are you local? Are you here in the greater Cleveland area?
Well, we'll definitely give Kim tickets.
Daryl Sullis said the answer was Tamara Dobson, aka Cleopatra Jones. That is not the answer, Daryl. Yeah, she's local. Kim Gordon is local.
All right. All righty. Okay, so we'll throw in a t-shirt for you since Kim didn't get her t-shirt. We will give you tickets as well as a tee, Kim. So congratulations.
All right.
Glad you came in at the last minute and won. See, need to join Chill Talk at his regular scheduled time. Who knows what you could walk away with. All right. I don't know if anybody else wanted to share anything. Dr. Goggins or
anything
Jillian,
on the way out, Dr. Goggins?
If you guys want to anything new or exciting that you have coming up, if you want to share your social media handles or any other way that people can reach out to you should they want to follow you or get more information from you, please feel free to share it and I will type it in the chat as well.
Sure, I'll just say my website, afrocentric.info, afrocentric.info. I believe I have a video on the Baobab channel from Kathleen Cleaver. It is very interesting and a good piece to have. So something connected. So go to my website, afrocentric.info.
All right. And I'm on Facebook, just my name, Jillian Holt. And on all other social medias, I'm So Shabanky. That's the name of my production company, So Shabanky. So you can find me on Instagram, Twitter. What else do they have? Clubhouse. I'm on Clubhouse, Social Banky, Snapchat, all of that. Um, and yeah, I have a casting that I'm pretty much done with, but I have another casting coming up in probably the beginning of April. So if you are an actor or you're interested in acting, you can follow my pages and look out for my casting notices.
Cool. All right. And you guys know where to find us every Wednesday for the most part. Sometimes we got to come on Thursday, but y'all bear with us. Right here on Facebook Live, Chill Talk, the number 2, me. You'll find Chill and myself. If you want to get with us at any other time throughout the week, you can follow me mostly on Instagram. You can find me at Beach Street. That's BEECH, and street like streets you drive on. And Chill, and I'm also on Facebook, as you can see, where I've been typing in the chat as Felicia Haney. And Chill, you want to tell them how to get in touch with you?
Obviously, you already know where you can find me on at the Chill Talk. She already gave you that. My personal Facebook, Kevin MC Chill Heard. On Twitter, House of Chill, and the YouTube channel where all of the Chill Talk episodes as of late, and some other things you can find on Kevin Chill Heard on YouTube. And I was at least able to grab for you guys the Elaine Brown book, Taste of Power, by Elaine Brown. I couldn't grab the David Hilliard or the Bobby Seals. They're all over the house. But yeah, you can find me at all those locations.
All right.
All right, guys. We appreciate you. Thank you to Stacy Malone. She had to go. Jillian, do not be a stranger. And I believe my daughter may be trying to jump in one of your classes at Tri-C. We'll have to see. She's a budding filmmaker and screenwriter. She's already had some plays produced and directed some plays, as she's a youngin' though. But yeah, so also Dr. Goggins, always a pleasure, sir. Thank you for showing up, our resident academic. Everybody, we love you. Next thing, support the Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists production of Love Letters starring the iconic Leon Bibb. You can look for it on Facebook or on Eventbrite. Hit up Love Letters, and the money is going towards the fundraising department for our 2025 national convention that we are hosting in Cleveland for the NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists. Looking forward to seeing all of you people there. And Felicia, trailer is out for the movie that we made our film debut.
Oh snap!
We're not in the trailer. I'm about to talk to my man about that. But the trailer is out, which means people may see Felicia and I making our film debut, in our starring roles. So more information. We have to get the filmmaker in soon to talk about the film. I don't know if it's a date, but the trailer is out. But yes, watch Judas. I kept wanting to call it Judas and the Black Messiah. Hey, so the Hebrew Israelites be like, hey, bro, whoa. But yeah, all right, guys, Thanks for tuning in to Chill Talk. Please share the show, support the show. Stay tuned. You know you can win. Get here early next time because we always are giving something for the free. Why? Because we for the people. On behalf of myself, the panelists today, and the super producer, Felicia Haney, we love you, Chill Talk. We up out of here. Everybody get ready to throw up the deuces. Peace.
Hey.
We gone, guys.
All right, peace.